Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one, metals this morning when I woke up, move metals and were completely changed. So before I got to go to work here, I thought I would release a video on a breakdown of what happened. So I do want to start with not 100% sure if this is going to stay or not. But as long as it's here, I'm gonna mess around with it, experiment with it, and see. I think it's possible it stays because of the new 5-star silver that's coming. The health point pool on your characters doubles from 5-star bronze to 5-star silver. So I do think it's possible this stays. I don't know if it will for sure, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna assume it does stay. Like I said, I'm just going to mess around with it, see how it goes. Not 100% sure whether it stays or not. On the left side of my screen, you can see here what's going on with the metals. The tier 4s for a single color, and if you look at the right side of my screen, you can see a tier 4 yellow move damage max is at 50,000 flat damage. So they gave a huge buff to the flat damage metals and single color. So that's 50,000. So if you have, so let's say this was purple, right? And I had it maxed at tier 4, it would add 50,000 damage to any purple move. So I'm going to look at my Sako here, who has this 1 MP move that does 2,000 damage. Often I get that off 2 times a turn, sometimes 3. So that would mean that move is now going to deal potentially upwards of 150k damage in 1 turn. That's huge. So for low charge, high move damage, or low charge, low move damage moves that you can do a lot in a turn or multiple times in a turn, this flat move damage is kind of a huge game changer. Let's look at someone else, again assuming purple. I didn't have a screenshot. I stupidly sold all of my single color metals because, you know, they weren't worth using. So I'm assuming that's why we're seeing this change, if indeed it does stay. But here's another example. Let's look at Lana, who finisher does 39k, and this 2 MP move does 11k. Because of how it works and the fact that you're throwing some purples on the board, I've got this move sometimes 3, 4, or 5 times in a turn. So if that was doing 61k each time, you're talking, you know, doing this move 3 times, you're like 180k, and then you're doing her 90k finisher and swapping a 5 area into yellow gems. That's a lot of damage on turn 1. You know, upwards, what, 300k probably? 250, 300k on turn 1. So this is a real game changer. I think these are going to be great on your Kofis, Lana, Sako. Then you look at the next one. We're going to take single color percent maxes at 133% damage. So you see the yellow one here that I have an example of on the right. Yellow move damage, if it was maxed, would deal 133% more yellow move damage. So you take like a 2-color person or potentially even a 3-color person, and that's going to be crazy. Let's look at Powerhouse Kane here. 45,000 on one and 68,000 on another. So on his finisher. But let's take the choose 3 rows because I can have that ready on turn 1. And that's 45k damage. We'll just go even number here. Times 133%. Oops. It helps if I do my math right though. So 45 times 1.33. So you're going to double it to 90k and then add an additional percentage on top of it. You're talking over 100k damage on that move, ready turn 1. Complete game changer, and not to mention the finisher. It's just, it's crazy. Um, so yeah, it's kind of shocking. There is a breakpoint, if you were wondering. So if the move damage is over 37,500, you want to go with the percentage. If it's under 35 or 37,500, you want to go with flat. I had my numbers people crunch the numbers for me, and that is the number they gave to me. I didn't do that one myself. Someone much smarter than me did that number math for me. So if you're wondering whether you should go flat damage or percentage, the magic number for the move damage is 37,500, assuming you have a maxed level. Really, and then if you look at an all move percent metal, max is at 44%, and that move damage isn't going to make sense too much anymore. Even if you're running, you'd probably have to run a tricolor build, and the move damage would have to be very similar across the board for the all move damage to make more sense. Usually a single color is going to be significantly better now. And then you can see the numbers on the tier 3s. I haven't done the breakpoint for the tier 3s based off of flat and percentage for the singles. Well, my person hasn't for me, but being that it's 40k and 77%, I think the flats on the tier 3 are probably going to be better most of the time. So yeah, the total game changer. Flats are now going to be worth doing, and single colors in particular completely worth doing. I don't think I have really much in the way of a single color metal right now, because like I said, I threw them all away because I'm not smart and wasn't planning on this. Let me just see if I have any equipped on accident that are a single color. Maybe Typhoon might for me, if we're lucky, and I can... Typhoon isn't all flat, so that's not helpful. Gem damage. Yeah, I don't think I even have anyone equipped to show you in a match. It's not visual. It is working in matches, because you can check with guys that have the medals that went up. So it is working right now. It's not visual. I wish I had some color ones so I could actually show you guys in a match, but I don't. So yeah, that's kind of the breakdown. This is, like I said, it's gonna kind of turn the game on its head a little bit. It's gonna bring move damage back back to the forefront. Tier lists are gonna be completely shaken up if this stays. I don't know if it will, but if it stays, certainly it's gonna be change everything. Single color builds, the 3 of 1 color, that's gonna make a big difference on that. And it's just kind of crazy. I'm still a little in shock over it. It'll be interesting to see if they change set bonuses at all on move damage, since they're putting more of an emphasis on it. It looks like maybe these will go down to requiring only 2 instead of 4 for takedowns. But yeah, be looking for those single colors. Even the tier 3s are going to be significantly better than the tier 4 all percentages in a lot of cases. So the flat ones in particular are really surprising. So I'm probably going to burn some auto clear tickets and start farming for some tier 3s. Yeah, so high move damage guys that do a lot of moves in a turn. I mean, your Biggie, his black moves already are big damage. You get those single colors and you start spamming the black move set. Guys like Andrade doing, 3 moves every turn, 1, 1, and 3. The yellows, the flats on the yellows, you're doing both of those every turn. So you stick even a tier 3 40k. Those are both doing 44k damage turn 1. So that's 88k right there. It's just going to change a lot of stuff in the game. So I would start looking at your roster, and maybe I'll do something more in depth too if once we know if this is going to stay or not. But start looking at your roster for those charge move guys that you can get a bunch off in a turn, or the really heavy move damage guys with high finishers, high move damage, because it's going to completely change how they play, guys. Again, you can see the breakdown on the left. And as far as the tier 4 are concerned, again, it looks like the break point is 37,500 for the flats. If the move damage is above that, the max percentage makes more sense. If it's below that, the max flat damage for single colors makes more sense. So check your metals out. Don't sell anything now until you see, but this completely changes the game for that. So hopefully you guys find this information helpful. I know I stumbled a bit on some of it. I'm trying to get this out in a hurry in case anyone has metals and might sell them. And I got to get ready for work too. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. If you think it's going to stay, if you don't, like I said, I'm planning on messing around with it in case it does stay, and planning like it will. So let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and get this one out to all your friends. Share it so they know what's going on with the metals. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck.